your higher self is it wants to have a conversation with my higher self and my guides.
Clearly,
This is brilliant.
it's like, hey,
Exciting.
what are we here today in this life? What are we doing to do together?
I guess so my highest self looks like this little wispy, almost like a swimming around like a fish, like wee, like I'm going around everywhere, all excited. They say we're very excited to see you. We have, of course, traversed many lifetimes together, not always on the same path, not always meeting, but in the same, we've been incarnated at the same times, at the same times on Earth, important times on Earth. And we are coming together in this life to do much the same work as we've done through previous lives, but all souls are coming together in this life to combine their power, to combine their knowledge, to combine their energy, to help shift the world into the next phase, into a higher vibrational consciousness. And this can only happen with all of these souls coming together. Before, we were all spread out, so even though some of us would have met through lives previously, many of us have shared past lives together. A lot of the lives we were incarnated at the same time but never met because it was not yet time for us to meet. It was not yet time for us to combine our power. We all had our own individual paths. Now in this lifetime, so many souls are coming together to do the work that needs to be done, and this is why we agreed to be here in this time. Just a
Mhm.
short answer then. Thanks, guys.
I love it. So what's coming now is, stuff we have in common, like going through um, earthquakes and love earthquakes and all this, with all the substances and weed, like marijuana.
Mhm.
And it's like, I would like to understand what is the teaching of this situation that we're both living, and what would be the best posture to have in these situations.
They're showing me, they're like shaking. They're saying all of they're saying all of these questions that relate to us today relate to so many more, that we are a mirror
Yes.
for so many other people that will listen to this transmission and that are
Mhm.
out there, many of whom Natalie, oh God, when I try and talk and they try and talk, it's weird. Many of whom Natalie is already in contact with through the work that she does, many of whom Maite would be also in contact with, and also in the future as you both create and bring in more soul family and more soul-based clients also into your business of light. We are very much having our souls shaken up at this time. Basically, they're literally just showing me like a, like an etch a sketch when you when you draw something and they shake it. They're showing me it's like at the moment it might feel like we spend ages drawing something and it just gets shaken again, and we're like, ah, fuck, we have to start again, and then we start drawing and it gets shaken. And it's this is a message I've also had recently, that just to stop trying to plan things, to stop trying to be so detail orientated. You might want to draw just a basic shape for your life to follow, rather than trying to draw some intricate castle, because the next shake that comes, it's going to wipe it out anyway. You're going to have to start again. So it's very much a message of doing the whole trust and surrender thing. um, just trying to keep life super simple, trying to keep your head clear, trying to keep your head super simple. And those of us who are control freaks, like I am, who like to try and plan and control a lot of things, we're going to be having a bit of a rough time at the moment because our shit is getting shaken up. So, this is what's happening with a lot of soul connections, so a lot of relationships. We've got a lot of the wounded masculine going on right now as well. So, a lot of males, a lot of people who also have wounded masculines kind of going into themselves, kind of retreating, and it's triggering our feminine. A lot of us are in partnerships where the wounded masculine is kind of going into this retreat mode, and then it naturally makes us dampen our energy, because in the 3D level we want to empathize with our partner, we want to be closer to them, so it makes us kind of close off parts of ourselves so that we can fit better, when what we really need to be doing is rising up, so that we can help them rise as well. Woo,
Mm.
some deep shit.
And how do we rise?
Keep doing the work, keep shaking. Keep shaking. They're just saying, just riding the wave. You're all on track. We're all on track. Even when it feels like we're lost and we're swimming in the mud and we can't see where we're going, we are all very much on track. It's just all of the painful lessons that are coming up again and again and again. Each time you get a little bit better, each time you rise a bit quicker, each time you rise a bit further. And this is just a necessary process in order for us to get to the point where we just rise without having to go through the pain. Excuse me, burping the energy away. But yes, they're saying that it's for now, these kind of cycles of pain we're going in, for anyone that is stuck, or maybe feel like they're a bit stuck or stagnant or stuck in a loop, or dealing with things that keep coming up and keep coming up, and they're feeling like, right, I need to get out of this situation, I need to move away, to not run away from the situation, to find a way to break the loop, sure, and keep yourself high and keep yourself risen, but not to run away out of fear, and ignore the situation completely, not to push away that trauma and put it in the box, not to cover it up with something, but to allow it to come, be grateful that it's coming up to clear, and to not be scared that it may come up again in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. It's just the cycles that we're having to move through, these layers, especially those of us who are kind of very open already with our psychic abilities, and already very in touch, already kind of like light workers and healers and all of that, people who have already done a lot of work. For us, it's really starting to speed up now. It's like we're chunking through shit, which is going to make us feel like can't have a fucking break at the moment. It's like you get a couple of good days and then woo, straight back down there. But they're just saying to just hang on in there.
But then in this loop, every time, it's like there is a choice. We can love ourselves.
Yeah.
We can love ourselves with our thoughts right now. And it is just a teaching about that. It's like, you can choose, my darlings.
I love that. You can choose, my darlings. I love
You can choose, my darlings, to love you more and to listen to your heart
yeah.
every time. What picture, what image, what thought makes you feel good, my darling? You can see things clearly now. Mm.
Also, they're reminding me to say also that to not feel disheartened if you find it hard to connect with love in a certain moment, if you find it hard to connect with gratitude. That some days, they're reminding me of me yesterday. The whole day I was full of anger, full of rage. I didn't do anything to shake it. I was on my period, really fucking angry,
Oh.
and just like full, just hormonal, when everything's getting at you. And I couldn't, and I was like, I can't fucking find any gratitude today. But they're just reminding us that we are still human as well, and that it's not always going to be possible for us to find the light in every moment, and to not worry. It doesn't mean, see, this is with me yesterday. Don't worry, it doesn't mean you're getting sucked into the darkness or you're doing any harm to yourself or others by having these bad thoughts, by having these bad feelings, by not being able to shake it off. You're going to go to sleep, you'll wake up, tomorrow's another day. So if you're having a day like that and you're finding it hard to connect with gratitude, whatever, it's okay to just take a fucking day out. And then the next day you'll wake up and you'll suddenly find it so much easier. That bit of darkness will be cleared, the light will come back in, you'll see the rainbow, and everything will feel amazing again. So if you're in a dark day, or even you've been experiencing a few dark days, some people might get stuck in that state for a month. To not get disheartened, it doesn't mean that you're less of a light worker, it doesn't mean you're a bad healer, it doesn't mean that you've lost your way to the light. It's really important to know that it will pass. Sometimes the emotions that are coming out are really, really, really fucking heavy, and it just is what it is. You have to feel through it, you have to go through it to get back to the light. But it doesn't mean that you're losing your connection, or you're losing your light, or you've lost your way. You're just moving through it.